So as you can see in the front is a service port, which is Ethernet cable. Okay. So once you connect this Ethernet cable to your laptop, there is a static IP which is given in our manual. Configuration manual is there. So there is a static IP that is given in our manual to connect it to the controller, and entire step-by-step process is also mentioned in the manual. Okay. So once you connect it to the controller, the IP that we have to use is 169.254.30.1. This is a static IP. You can type this IP in any browser. Make sure the IP of the laptop and the matches with the static IP. And then you can type it on the browser. And then you can get this page logged in. Okay. Basically this page. The moment you connect it to the IP.
Do we need
Now
to change
start,
the IPv4 settings as well?
No, please. The front port, this, please remember, this service port is always static, okay, of the controller, this service port, which is on the front side. There is a port on the rear side, this one. This is dynamic, and this you can change according to the site or customer requirement or customer network. The service port IP is not editable. It is a static IP used only for configuration purposes.
Okay.
So once you log in, you get into the screen. This is the login button. When you press this, the password is BATTECH. And this is again given in our manual. Okay. So once you log in, you see here BATTECH login button. It's given in our manual. This is the password to log in. Okay. So now I have logged in. Now this is a demo site. So obviously we will have certain pre-configuration done, but I will just take you through the system.
For this dual sensor or single sensor, we have this LED indicator. If it's green, so the connections are good and sensor is good. For dual hub,
Absolutely, sir.
did we have this LED status for a dual hub also?
Yes, sir. All the hubs, everything is having an LED status, and the LED, whatever the LED indications are also given in the manual in the end, and basic troubleshooting is also provided. So this is our installation manual, right? In the end of the page, there are appendix. Okay. And in that we have very clear indications and response expected based on the LED behaviors.
At the end of this meeting, can you please share the configuration, installation, and the video recording?
Yes, please. Absolutely. I will do that. And sir, the way you mentioned the M sensor and hub LED indications,
okay,
it's also provided here. Okay. So that will give us a fair indication.
Now when we will connect this dual hub to the controller, then there will be light indication on the dual hub. Because at this moment, when we connected with the sensors, there is no LED indication on dual hub.
Yeah, because the hub is powered from by the controller using power over Ethernet.
Okay, okay.
That is why you are not having. Once you connect it to the controller and the controller is powered, then you will see. See, for example, in our video, the first sequence, okay, is powering the controller. The first action. Because the hub is powered by the controller, power over Ethernet. So that is why we say the first point of our, the hub is not, it's not that hub is not working. Because the hub is powered by the controller, once you power the controller, the hub will start working.
Okay.
Right. So the system is there. Okay. You can edit the system name and everything is just click and save. Edit the time zone according to yours. The system is sitting in Auckland, so we have just kept it that. Maybe you can change it to
Saudi Arabia.
Riyadh. Okay. You also have an option to edit the time zone or set time, sync it with your PC. Okay. I'm not doing that. So right now, I think the time is 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9:35.
Yeah. And this is the thermal runaway protection, but this is disabled. Again, this is not part of the scope of your project. Our temperature is always displayed in degrees Celsius. This is the device information. This is something that I'll be asking you if there is any troubleshooting because it gives all the details like serial number, software, hardware, CPU information, model, everything. This is reset to factory defaults. Please don't do this unless we know what we are doing. This is a button to restart the controller. So I'm just quickly jumping into our manual so that you are aware there is a place where you can refer whatever I am talking right now. So all the whatever I have done, like logging into the IP, basically what are the tabs that are available in the screen? How do you log in using the password? Then you have the systems information, edit the system name, device timing, set time. How do you set time? What is TRP? That is thermal runaway protection, device information. Whatever you are seeing right now, it's all available in the manual with a screenshot. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So you can anytime refer our manual, but still, I'll just take you through. Then is the strings. So what I recommend you is you have two strings of number of blocks per string is 40, correct? Number of
Yes.
strings
Yeah.
is 40, number of, so because we are just going to add this, we will start with this for testing purpose because you're configuring it for the first time. So there's string 1 and string 2. We have 40 blocks. The battery type is VRLA. We have other options, but VRLA 12 volts. You can set the capacity of the battery and it is 150 Ah. I'm just giving you for example, it could be 200 also. Just for example, ambient temperature is 1. There is no intercharging or reverse block occurring because you are connecting the blocks anyway in series. And then this is the alarm limits. Insert typical alarm limits if you use. We have our own calculated alarm limits. Please note these alarm limits are user editable. It is just for starting of the configuration until the system settles down. We go ahead with the alarm limits that we have arrived over a period of time. That is the advantage of automatic 24/7 battery monitoring systems. So this itself, based on our experience, will set an alarm limit thresholds. Then you have the ohmic value. Please make sure you check this box of ohmic measurement because our system has a functionality to provide you automatic ohmic measurements. You can set the time, what time you want every day, say at 4 a.m. And you can also set the interval, say 60 minutes. 60 minutes.
So it will
Every
take
day
value
once.
after every 60 minutes.
No, this is string settle state. No, the interval is minimum 1 day, 24 hours.
Okay.
As you can see, we consider a day as 24 hours. So 1 day is how many days you want to do, within how many days you want to do impedance. Minimum is 1 day. So we are giving 1 day. String state settle time is because we are enabling automatic ohmic measurement. We would like to tell the system that, okay, up to 60 minutes, you have to basically check if the system is at float and then only you can basically initiate a ohmic, exactly, click the value or initiate ohmic measurement. That is the 60 minutes. Baseline is basically I'm giving 8 to 12 weeks. I'm giving 8 weeks. This is baseline is nothing but threshold for ohmic measurement. These are certain system information like when is it installed on, what is the age of installation, what is the make and model of the batteries you can give. Okay. So you just click save. So quickly I'm jumping into the manual. So as you can see, you add the string, you give the details of the string, VRLA, capacity. You can insert the, You can insert typical values the way I said. You can also give the installation information. Then we go for the mapping. So we have added 2 strings of 40. Now we go for mapping. Okay. The first thing to do in mapping is to press the detect button. I'll just quickly, while this is going on, I'll just quickly jump into the manual for you to see. In mapping, I'm here in the mapping section. The first thing you do is to press the detect button. See, with screenshot, it is given very clearly in our manual, whatever I'm doing. So there is a progress tab that progresses. So we just wait for a couple of minutes, just 1 minute, so that, we are aware that, okay, there is some. So why I'm asking you to do 2 strings of 40 is any communication, any B-bus interconnect, any sensor ID issue, whatever it is, it will come out in this. So once you learn to configure properly, say one hub with dual hub facility, then the remaining strings will become a cakewalk because you know where we will do the mistakes and where we slipped.
Yeah, right.
So as you can see, this is the demo system. So ignore these errors. Okay. It's a system sitting in New Zealand. So this is just a demo system. Like you can see, port 1, we have 32 duals and 1 single connected. Port 2, we have 32 duals and 1 single connected. Like you can see, the IDs are very different, but I'm just showing you how to do the mapping now. Okay. So string 1, string 2, you have exactly the same what I just did. So you can see the left side is the sensor ID port or box. The right side is the battery box blocks. So given. So 1 to 40. First thing what we do is once we come here and after clicking on change mapping, we select the hub. Hub is port 1. In case yours, it will be written as dual. Okay. So you will see that. I don't have a dual for demo, but what I can do is maybe once you're there, if you have any doubts, just keep sending me pictures in WhatsApp and I can help you through, but it is exactly the same. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So just select the hub, then go to this box of sensors, click ID 1 and just come here and click any battery. I'm clicking on battery 1. Automatically 2 batteries will be selected. Can you see that?
Yeah. So
I
it's
didn't select
assigned
2
to battery number
batteries.
1 and 2.
Exactly, because the system is smart enough to know that this is a dual sensor. So definitely it will select automatically 1 and 2.
Okay.
Likewise, I go again here, click 2. My battery 3 and 4 is connected. Automatically 2 are connected. 2 is getting selected.
So I have to map it same as physical connections.
Yes, please. That is the beauty of this. So ultimately, this becomes a last when you are done. No, it becomes like a block diagram for your physical connection on a software.
Okay.
So you will also know, like even an engineer who is new and he has not done the configuration before, he can just come and see the mapping to see which battery is connected to which ID. So you know, the gray ones are battery 3 and 4 connected to ID 2.
Okay.
You know. So that is the advantage of. So ID 3, which is again I'm selecting on the left side, is connected to 5 and 6. And you press map. Because I have only one single sensor, so I'm not selecting on 7, I'm connecting it to 40. Okay. Otherwise, I'm having issue because I should have ideally had 2 sensors, 2 dual sensors, but I'm not having here 2 single sensors. Okay. So now what we do, 4 is connected to this. I'm just going sequentially blindly. There is another way when you maybe when you get experienced on this, a shortcut is there. You just press control button and you keep selecting the sensors. Automatically the batteries will get selected, but I'm not doing this right now. I don't want to confuse you guys. So I'll do one by one, not a problem. Let's do one by one slowly at site. Once we get a grip of the configuration one time, then we can do all shortcuts. Okay.
Yeah, when we are done with one, at least with one and two strings, it will be easy for us.
Exactly. Then I can teach you some tricks also going forward. Okay. So right now I'm doing only left hand ID. I select, come and click on the battery. Done. So because I have one single sensor here, see, I can connect from port 2 also. I can connect here. Okay. But I'm not
Okay.
doing that. I'm not confusing you. So I'm just going to click. Please remember to click save. It still says mapping is incomplete, but it's okay. So I'm going to do second string now. Okay, now I have selected on change string for change mapping for second string. I selected port 2. Now I am mapping here. See, if I click on 3, it gets clicked on 3, 4. If I click on 2, it gets selected to 2, 3. So be careful in selecting the first battery because it will
Okay.
automatically select to 2 batteries. Okay. This alone will take some couple of time. Okay. So how recently you joined for the Abunayan project or company?
No, no,
Are you recent?
no. I'm here in Abundance since 8 years and Kashi from 12 years.
Oh, great. I mean, this is the first time we are interacting, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because
Okay.
this product we are going to install first time.
Understood, understood. Just bear with me. I'm done almost. So now we go and click save. Okay. So I'll quickly go to the manual. So once mapping is done, it is just explaining. Like I said, you go to string 1 by clicking on change mapping. And then you select the hub. Under the hub, you select the port. String 1 means port 1. And then from the left hand side, you select the IDs and you map it with the right hand side. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the way you get messy. Even in our example, like you said, in between single sensors are coming. So it is very common. And how to unmap is just click on that button and this will be enabled. So for example, suppose you want to unmap something. Hmm? You click on this. Can you see unmap, unmap all? If you click
Okay.
unmap all, whatever mapping you have done, it will be clear. If you just click unmap, only that will get clear. Again, you can select, click on this, it will say map.
Okay.
Right. So I'm just clicking on that. So that information is also given in our manual, how to unmap. Yeah, once that is done, now we are jumping into the CT. This is all it is. That's all the string configuration is done. The major time consuming part is over. Now it is just going to be CT calibration. And once that is done, then we are through.
It looks
So
easy.
see, it is easy. Actually, see, we made sure, we understand the difficulty of every service engineer. We understand how difficult it is, the pressure is at site, traveling, installing, running around for cables, crimping, troubleshooting. And this is not the only product. You'll be having UPS, you'll be having, say, a chiller, you know. So we have made sure it is as easy and plug and play as possible, so that like you, I am also a service engineer. So the life of service engineers are easy and they get the best value of the product.
You are
So
working
we have
in
made
India
sure
or
it
New
is.
Zealand?
No, I'm from India. I am in India. So I'm in the Bangalore office because this is our APAC office. So I am in India. But when designing, this is what was our the goal of the team was to make it as simple, light. Don't want any engineers to run around finding a cable, a tester, or cable tester, crimping, cutting. It should be literal plug and play. And software should also be very easy and straightforward, no highly complicated um, requirements, so that it makes life of service engineers easy. So when we enable the CT calibration, so it says this orange ribbon starts coming in and it says measurements will be disabled. So there is a settings button here. You just have to click the settings button. So you can select in the drop down the CT that is provided. The direction is standard. So how do I find out? There is a help button here. Just click on the help like you see. So there is a arrow on the CT. Make sure it is pointed to the most positive.
From negative to positive.
It should point to the UPS incomer positive, not the battery polarity. Regardless of wherever the CT is installed, it should always point towards the UPS incomer positive.
Okay.
That means it is standard. Suppose at installation, no, this is not done. We have just made sure the arrow on the nameplate of the CT is pointing to the negative of the UPS incomer. No problem. All we have to do is select reversed.
No, in our case, we have this 40 batteries in series, and our team they fix this CT on battery number 1. Battery number
No
one, the
problem.
positive cable of battery number 1.
Okay.
And this cable is going to breaker to the UPS also.
No, you should check
Okay.
that direction, arrow direction.
Yeah, arrow
Huh.
direction is the same, mean from battery number 1 to battery number 2.
1 second. So sorry, I didn't get that. So can you just confirm that the polarity, like the arrow on the CT, is pointing to the battery polarity or it is towards the UPS positive polarity? Can you confirm that
We will
by
recheck.
memory?
We will recheck.
No.
I did not confirm.
Yeah, no problem. So you can reconfirm this if it's not coming right across your memory. So one moment, I'll just show you that. See, this is the nameplate of the CT. Okay. Like you can see, there is an arrow on that. So this
Okay.
arrow, if it is pointing towards the UPS positive, then it is in the software, we select standard direction because it is Hall effect transducer. No problem. If it is not pointing towards the UPS positive, okay. If it is pointing to battery polarity of positive, no problem. You just have to select reversed.
That's good.
So either way is fine. And this advanced option is just gain of the CT, which is default. That's fine. And just make sure you click on update sensor type. Now, this is where the calibration comes. I'll just quickly jump into the manual. So like it is mentioned, you click on enable CT calibration. An orange ribbon comes. You click on the settings button. And this is the sensor type. Whatever is the direction of the CT, it's given here as well. So for calibration of CT, the right way is to stick a independent, recently calibrated handheld clamp meter on the string, measure the live current value, and that you have to enter here in this box, target value. Usually it will be 0.2, sometimes it will be 0.8, whatever is the value using a live calibration meter, you enter it and click calibrate. Is that clear?
We should measure the value by clamp meter.
Yeah, independent clamp meter live string current value. And
Okay.
then if you can enter that value, then I
What's the
think we
scandy
should
current
be good.
for CTs provided with this project? 500 amps to 0.5 or
I think it is
500.
500.
Only it
1
was
second.
500.
and the
It should be
secondary
500.
0.5?
Yeah.
The secondary.
Sorry, sir, I didn't get that question. See, it is like sir said, yeah, 500 amps.
Okay.
Any questions, sir?
Yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
500 meters. So please take a recently calibrated CT and enter the live current value. I know it will be like 0.1 or 0.2, but please don't do this. Because what happens is sometimes 0.6, 0.8 was also there. Okay. So I have given reversed for one of the CT here. The second one, again, I'm going to the settings button, selecting the CT. Say, suppose this is standard. Selecting standard. It says in my our system is smart. Current sensor is unplugged.
Mhm.
Can you see? Because this is the demo site, right? So I can't do it. That's fine. So once you're done, just disable CT mode. And that's it. Any questions?
Yeah, it's okay. And what about if we want to configure the system with the integrate it with the customer BMS system? So how we can change the dynamic IP as per the customer requirement?
Not a problem. Go to the network section. You can see here port 1, LAN is given. So this port 1 is nothing but, I'm just going to that screen. Sorry, this is MX. Yeah. This is the
Yeah,
port
that's
1 on the rear side of the controller. So all
okay.
you have to do is click edit.
Okay, all right.
Default is you use DHCP. Just uncheck that. All the IP you can enter. Whatever
Okay,
it is.
okay.
I can't do this here.
All right.
Sorry. So that is how where it is.
Yeah, all right.
Once you're done, just go to Omic baseline and you can just, I'm not doing it here, but you can just start force all string Omic so that you will get the values of all the parameters that you have just configured. See, you can see here, no? Omic alone, I'm not initiating, but when I start initiating, it will automatically start reading the measurements. Right? So the
Now
Omic
all the
value will
settings
start.
completed.
Once it is completed, you can actually disconnect the system. It will take quite some time. So once like 10 minutes, it may take because there are two strings. But for your site for start off, you can do this and then we will see. Does that sound like a plan?
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So with this, I think we are done with the questions that you have done. Once this is done, you can also, for all the 6 strings, you can take a full backup and also download a configuration report. These two, if you can send it to us, we can review it and come back to you.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So what I will do, I have stopped, I'll stop the recording for now. And in parallel, what I will do, with this, I will try to send you the details.